Hey tribe, welcome back to a new video. My name is Commander Caribou, serving in the New Earth Army 2nd generation. And today I'm very happy to share my story, my experience about NoFap. NoFap is a movement most practiced by men to stop porn, stop masturbating, stop having orgasms. So full semen retention. And if you're very radical, you don't even go on dates, you don't have sexual encounter with women at all. So I did that, I found my commitment for 90 days. And the first important thing is why you're doing that. What is your motivation? What is the reason to be so radical and why you want to go so much against nature in some way? And for me, it was a clear decision. I had to rearrange, I had to rebuild myself because I was in a very weak state. A very weak state mentally, emotionally, physically. I came out from a very unhappy relationship, very dependent relationship where I felt a lot of neediness, and I didn't felt complete at all by myself. I was always hoping that someone was giving me that feeling of being complete. So when you're on that broken place, when you have no purpose, no meaning, when every day feels like hardship and painful, and you feel emptiness and fear, then you need to do something about it, right? And NoFab is a great opportunity to reset yourself on the hero's journey. So I stopped all that, stopped watching porn, stopped masturbating, semen retention, and first couple days super easy because you feel inspired, you feel motivated, you feel like, okay, something new is going to happen, a new chapter, a new dawn is rising, and you're like in this juicy place very quickly. And that's great. I mean, guys, when you are on in this place of darkness and suddenly you have the sun rising in front of you and you believe in yourself and you know, okay, I got this discipline, I want to bring my shit together again, I want to rebuild my strength. Great. And there is signs that your testosterone is rising the first couple days, so you feel that, and for sure there's a lot of placebo as well because you believe suddenly in yourself, in your abilities, and you feel just immediately better. That went like about 2 weeks, and then it just becomes a certain habit, and you keep going and keep going, and I have to say it is a true blessing to do it. True blessing. Because you cultivate, after a certain time, you have this kind of superpowers. And with superpowers, I mean you develop this inner ability to know again what is good for you and what is not good for you. What do you want and what do you definitely don't want? In all levels and all aspects of life. So you get very clear. I got really clear with what I have to do to stay in my power and to rise again. And it has a lot to do with discipline and willpower and commitment to your journey. So NoFab is a great start. And after a couple of weeks, I noticed, okay, I have to do more than just NoFab. And this is pretty much from the beginning, you have to do way more than NoFab. You do yoga, strength training, meditation, cold shower. After a few weeks, I started to wake up at 5 o'clock. I mean, I set an alarm. I chose to start my day at 5 o'clock. So I joined the 5 a.m. club, which is great because suddenly this discipline you're cultivating with not watching porn and jerking off, it multiplies and you eventually bring much more structure and power to your life. So now I'm waking up every day at 5 o'clock. I go running. I take this cold shower. I'm not watching porn. All these good habits. And NoFab really helped me the first step, to make the first radical step, and from there to build momentum and really get into this takeover. After a while, I opened a little bit the commitment, and I started to have sexual encounters again with women. I just noticed that women respond in a different way to me, and I got a lot of requests, and suddenly I was like, okay, I mean, why not? You know, sex and sexual encounter and sharing on an intimate level is no problem in the end. Still, I kept with the commitment of not having orgasm and really keeping my semen. That was absolute clear. But when you have this sexual approach with women, you just play around, and it's even a different dynamic now, because it's not anymore, okay, we seek the orgasm, and we have the orgasm, and then we go to sleep or do whatever. But it's more like a process of having fun, playing around, stopping, breathing, playing more, going shower, eating, playing more, you know. It just becomes more a sexual game with no end, because there is no end. So it's different. It can be quite intense and challenging. Especially you have to know your body, and you should not come too close, otherwise, you know, not good. So it's challenging, but it's a great thing, I think, to still do it. And yeah, I kept going weeks for weeks. They passed by, and I've really felt great. After around 2 months, I noticed that not much is happening anymore. And sometimes I even felt very numb down there. That was a little frightening. I felt like, am I still a man? Why I have no sexual drive? And then I had a friend coming over, and I was sexually attracted to her, but there was zero reaction down there. Zero. And that was, you know, you don't want to have that. I felt really empty. I felt no excitement for sex at all. It was kind of a few days, and then there was more excitement again, and suddenly it was back again, this emptiness down there. And that's where I slowly came to the conclusion, okay, maybe it's time to stop it. I think I got to experience around 75 days. I went straight, NoFap. And then I just said, okay, that's it for now. And I came. You know, if you know what I mean. I definitely encourage every man to do it. I would do 1 month, 2 months, I think are as well very great. 3 months in my case were just too long and not needed. Because from this dark place, from this weak place, I've been rising week for week, and insights and my purpose and my strengths and power rituals. You know, there was a whole momentum upwards, spiraling upwards. And then on a certain place, I was just feeling great, and I felt like it would be just naturally and beautiful to come again, and it wouldn't be really, it wouldn't mean that I go down again at all. It wouldn't mean that I lose energy at all. So now how do I want to continue? Right now it feels like great to have an orgasm once a week. Somehow it feels naturally to have, you know, because I have a very structured and disciplined life right now, and I have once a week a cheat day where I can eat a little bit of sugar, where I can drink alcohol, where I can watch a movie, or just do this kind of things that are not necessary, but they're fun, and they give you some kind of pleasure. So why not have every week once an orgasm? Because it just can be beautiful to release and to feel and nourish in a different way yourself. And for me, an orgasm, it can be a beautiful love ritual where you connect deeply to yourself. What I have very clear is that I won't return to porn, and I don't even feel any more attracted to porn. I don't feel excitement about porn at all. This is really even for me surprising, but it somehow I feel like watching porn and jerking off is kindergarten. It's childish. You can do it, you can have a little bit of fun, but it's not a real pleasure, it's not real fun, and it's just a childish approach to sex. My opinion, and that's how I feel right now. But to use the fantasy or to just approach orgasm by your own and then really be in touch, closing your eyes and really feel the orgasm, and especially the very subtle pleasure, the bliss after the orgasm. You know, you're in a really open space, you're even in a divine space. And when you connect to porn and you are drawn with your soul and your excitement into a virtual reality, this minimizes the pleasure and reduces the pleasure tremendously. And beyond that, you're playing like a king, having sex with 20 naked beautiful girls, but in reality you don't have. So there are many reasons to avoid porn and stop porn, and I have zero intention to return to that. So far so good. I think I said what I really had in mind about this experience, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just let me know, and in this sense, have a blessed one. Namaste.